Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana atau UKSW adalah universitas yang didirikan pada 30 November 1956 di kota Salatiga. Hingga saat ini, UKSW memiliki 14 fakultas, di mana salah satunya adalah Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Komunikasi yang kemudian disingkat Fiskom. Fiskom lahir pada tahun 2000 dengan nama Fakultas Ilmu Sosial yang hanya memiliki satu program studi, yaitu Sosiologi. Program studi Sosiologi memiliki konsentrasi Social Engineering atau perekayasaan sosial. Program studi ini hadir untuk menghasilkan profil lulusan yang memiliki kemampuan meneliti, menganalisis, merancang, dan mengimplementasikan, serta mengevaluasi program-program pembangunan di masyarakat. Untuk menunjang hal tersebut, program studi ini memiliki beberapa fasilitas, yaitu laboratorium terpadu dan laboratorium 8 desa mitra sebagai bentuk kerjasama. Pada tahun 2004, fakultas ini berganti nama menjadi Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik yang disingkat Fisipol seiring dengan lahirnya program studi baru, yaitu Ilmu Komunikasi. Program studi komunikasi memiliki 3 konsentrasi, yaitu advertising, broadcasting, dan jurnalistik. Dengan konsentrasi ini, program studi ilmu komunikasi mampu menciptakan profil lulusan yang kreatif di bidang komunikasi massa. Untuk menunjang profil lulusan tersebut, ilmu komunikasi memiliki beberapa fasilitas pendukung, antara lain lab TV, lab radio, dan lab fotografi. Pada tahun 2009, Fisipol berubah nama menjadi Fiskop. Kemudian, pada tahun 2013, lahir program studi baru yaitu Hubungan Internasional dengan konsentrasi pembelajaran Diplomasi Humanitarian. Program studi ini hadir sebagai bagian dari upaya penyiapan SDM yang berkualitas dalam era kerjasama internasional, terutama dalam menghadapi tantangan masyarakat ekonomi ASEAN. Untuk menunjang semua itu, program studi Hubungan Internasional memiliki fasilitas, yaitu laboratorium diplomasi dan ruang presentasi. Untuk menunjang kegiatan mahasiswa lainnya, Fiskom memiliki beberapa fasilitas penunjang, seperti ruang kelas yang nyaman, perpustakaan, lapangan bola dan basket, serta masih banyak fasilitas lainnya.
Fakultas ini sudah mempersiapkan berbagai program untuk pengembangan dosen. Kami sudah memiliki doktor yang memang dengan bidang keilmuan yang mendukung seluruh program studi yang ada di Fiskom. Ada satu teman kita, dosen yang memang kebetulan mendapat kesempatan untuk studi lanjut di Perancis. Saya pikir itu suatu kesempatan yang baik dan kami sedang mendorong semua dosen-dosen muda untuk studi di luar negeri. Harapannya adalah supaya proses pendidikan yang kita lakukan di Fiskom akan jauh lebih maju dan lebih berkembang. Kondisi pandemik ini membuat kami di Fiskom secara sungguh-sungguh mendesain beberapa model perkuliahan. Salah satunya melalui satu program yang namanya F-Learn, yang memang secara sengaja kami siapkan untuk membantu mahasiswa perkuliahan secara mandiri. Kami juga mengembangkan secara khusus program-program yang melalui YouTube dan sebagainya, sehingga mahasiswa ke depan akan lebih mudah. Peran kami tentang bagaimana sarana prasarana dan berbagai sumber daya manusia yang unggul di fakultas ini. Kami tidak menjanjikan apapun, tapi kami yakin dan percaya kami akan memberikan yang terbaik bagi lulusan kami untuk masa depan anak-anak kami. Kami menunggu Anda untuk bergabung bersama Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Komunikasi.
Ayo kuliah di Fiskom UKSW.
Nggak berasa ya, sudah setahun lebih kita menjalani kehidupan di tengah-tengah pandemi COVID-19. Sebagai mahasiswa Fiskom UKSW, hal ini membuat saya merindukan kehidupan kuliah dan hiruk-pikuknya kampus. Beruntungnya, saya mempunyai kesempatan untuk sedikit mengobati kerinduan itu. Ya, walaupun hanya sekedar mengurus berkas saja. Bagaimana kalau kita keliling sebentar dan saya kenalkan kamu kepada fakultas saya tercinta. Sebelum masuk, pastikan pakai hand sanitizer dulu ya. Fiskom selalu menyediakan kok. Begitu kamu masuk, kamu akan melihat ruang administrasi Fiskom. Kalau warga Fiskom sih biasa menyebutnya dengan ruang tata usaha atau TU. TU bisa dibilang sebagai tempat serbaguna loh. Segala urusan mengenai administrasi, surat menyurat, keuangan, dan sebagainya diproses di ruangan ini. Tempatnya juga strategis karena gampang sekali dicari. Tepat di sebelah pintu masuk kantor fakultas atau kanvak. Di depan pintu TU terdapat koridor Fiskom. Di samping kanan kiri ini ada ruang dosen. Di setiap pintunya tertera nama lengkap dosen beserta jabatannya di Fiskom. Jadi, kalau ada keperluan dengan dosen, mahasiswa tidak akan kesulitan untuk mencari ruangannya. Nah, di ujung ini adalah ruang rapat fakultas. Pimpinan fakultas beserta para dosen dan staf administrasi kerap kali menggunakan ruang ini untuk mengadakan berbagai rapat, diskusi ilmiah bulanan, dan menerima tamu yang datang ke fakultas. Lantai 1 hanya sampai sini, tapi di lantai 2 masih ada ruangannya. Di lantai 2 ini tidak jauh beda dengan lantai 1. Umumnya ya ada ruang dosen. Bedanya, di sini ada ruang lembaga kemahasiswaan. Ruangan ini adalah markasnya Badan Perwakilan Mahasiswa Fakultas Fiskom dan Senat Mahasiswa Fakultas Fiskom. Di sinilah biasanya ide-ide program kegiatan fakultas didiskusikan. Lanjut, di sini adalah ruang himpunan mahasiswa program studi. Markasnya himpunan mahasiswa dari sosiologi, ilmu komunikasi, dan hubungan internasional. Kalau kamu jalan terus sampai ujung, kamu akan menemukan ruang sumber. Awalnya, ini merupakan ruang penyimpanan skripsi mahasiswa. Kemudian beralih fungsi menjadi tempat syuting pembelajaran online sejak pandemi datang. Nah, bagaimana? Sudah? Belum dong. Fiskom masih punya fasilitas laboratorium terpadu. Yuk, kita jalan-jalan lagi. Di samping kanvak, kamu akan menemukan lab komputer atau lab grafis. Biasa digunakan untuk pembelajaran seperti desain grafis, video editing, dan lain-lain. Terakhir, Fiskom punya lab terpadu lain yang terpisah dari kanvak. Lab ini tidak hanya satu, tapi ada beberapa. Penasaran? Kita jalan lagi ya. Berhubung lab terpadu ini berada di perpustakaan lantai 6, kamu naik lift saja. Di pintu masuk, kamu akan menemukan meja resepsionis untuk menyatakan keperluan dan kebutuhan kamu di sini. Lab pertama yang akan kamu temui di sini adalah lab presentasi. Sesuai namanya, lab ini dipergunakan untuk seminar kecil, kelas sehari-hari, dan kegiatan-kegiatan yang prioritasnya ada pada presentasi. Kedua, ada lab siaran televisi. Lab ini dibuat sesuai dengan standar studio siaran pada umumnya. Peralatan dan fasilitas lengkap, ada studio beserta master control room-nya. Mahasiswa dengan keperluan siaran seperti talk show kerap menggunakan lab ini. Ketiga, ada lab siaran radio. Guna mendukung pembelajaran radio, lab ini dibuat dan digunakan untuk praktek mahasiswa. Seperti lab siaran TV, lab radio juga memiliki studio dan master control room. Nah, tibalah di lab paling akhir. Di sini terdapat lab fotografi. Segala kegiatan fotografi seperti pembelajaran photoshoot model maupun produk dilakukan di ruangan ini. Peralatannya lengkap dan dapat menunjang kebutuhan dasar mahasiswa. Semua lab yang Viskom punya terbuka untuk mahasiswa Viskom, asal jelas keperluannya untuk proyek-proyek dari perkuliahan. Oke, kayaknya kita sudah jalan-jalan jauh deh. Suatu saat nanti, biar kamu dan teman-teman saja yang mengunjungi langsung ya. Pasti seru. Sampai jumpa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nofran Juma, and it is a wonderful and precious change for me to be your master of ceremony in our big event, International Webinar with the theme Smart City. I would like to remind all the participants to rename your Zoom name by format name underscore students number to Satya Wacana students and by format name underscore university for non-Satya Wacana students. First of all, let's say thanks to God who has been giving us guidance, happiness, health, and mercy so we can attend and participate in this event without any obstacles. In this beautiful moment, I would like to welcome Mr. Giner Maslebu, SPD SSI MSI, who will represent Mr. Ande Karoki Tanamah, SE MCS, as a Vice Rector 3 Satya Wacana Christian University. The Honorable Head of Student Senate, Mr. Evander Kaler Pratama Manulang, the Honorable Professor Dr. Rini Rahmawati, SSI MT, who will be the speaker at our event today, the Honorable Mrs. Putri Hergiana Sari, SIP MIP, who will be the moderator at our webinar today, and for all the honorable participants, welcome to International Webinar Smart City by Satya Wacana Christian University. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue this event, it will be good to open with prayer as a believers. Let me lead this prayer in Catholic Christians, and others may conform to their own religions. Let's pray together. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father in heaven, good morning. Thank you for watch over us from our sleepless night to this very moment. On this beautiful day, by what a wonderful opportunity it is, we thank you for your compassion so that we can all together in this Zoom room meeting to receive and acquire a new knowledge, which is of course useful for us. Lead us to accept and apply in our future, and we also pray for the smooth running of this webinar. God, please be with all the committees that have gone to great length to ensure the program success, blessing all those who participate in this international webinar. Also bless the speaker, the moderator, and all the present participants that you may touch the electronic device we are using and give a strong signal so that all of us can participate in this webinar smoothly and also conducive. Our Father in heaven, we can only plan, but let it all happen as it will. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, we pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, now we enter to the next agenda is to sing Indonesia Raya songs and Mars Satyawana. All audience are welcome to sing from your place, but don't need to activate your microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to remind all the participants to rename your Zoom name by format name underscore students number to Satya Wacana students and by format name underscore university for non-Satya Wacana students. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on this special morning, we have several agendas, so allow me to read several sequences of our agenda. The first is the opening we've been through together. The second is the opening speech of Vice Rector 3 that will be represented by Mr. Giner Maslebu, SPD, SSI, MSI. The third is the opening speech by Head of Student Senate. And the fourth is the opening speech of Head of Committee. And the agenda afterward is the handover from the MC to the moderator, as well as the material presentations and Q&A sessions, and followed by ice-breaking and announcement related to the online campaign, and ending on closing time, which will be filled with an acknowledge from the head of committee and also documentation session, and it will be closed with a closing prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, now we enter to the next agenda is opening speech from Vice Rector 3 that will be represented by Mr. Giner Maslebu, SPD, SSI, MSI. To Mr. Giner, time and room, I will count.
Thank you, Kak Novran. Excellencies, colleges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of Vice Rector for Student Affairs, I'm pleased to welcome you to this event. A big thank you must go to the Student Senate and the committee for organizing this international webinar, Smart City for Achieving Sustainable Development Goals. Specifically, SDGs number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Here we are in the middle of 2022, a year that certainly none of us will ever forget, as we are moving forward from COVID-19 pandemic into endemic. Of course, the immediate issue is one of health, but as we all know, that the health status of people linked to a complex set of socio-economic issues. So we really look forward to learning today from our honorable speaker, Profesor Rini Rahmawati from Universitas Gadjah Mada. Terima kasih Ibu Profesor Rini untuk datang di pagi ini. The specific purpose of the program is to encourage students to contribute to an idea for how sustained COVID-19 influences sustainable development into a campaign. The webinar is important, of course, but it will be a fruitful one if we can take action, a real contribution to our city, nation, and of course, this world. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to be proactive. Now is the time to further partnerships between us, not only as the citizen of Indonesia, but also global community. Now is the time to invest and build capacities for Bangkit Bersama. I thank all participants, Mbak Putri as the moderator, Kak Novran as the MC, and I wish you all have a meaningful webinar today. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Giner, for a few words for all of us at this international webinar. Now, the next agenda is opening speech from Head of Student Senate, Mr. Evander Karel Pratama Manulang. Time and room, I will count.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. May peace be upon of you and all of us. Before we get started, let me introduce myself first. My name is Evander Manulang. I'm the chairman of Universitas Kristen Satya Student Senate in this period. The Honorable Kak Giner Maslebu as the head of UKSW Student Affairs, the Honorable, the speaker of this event, and also the moderator. The one that I always be proud of International Webinar Smart City Committees and also all of the participants. Well, we need to be aware that students become of the figures that determine the continuity of developmental things. International Webinar Smart City is held to help us reach the developmental continuity goal. Sustainable development goals is one of important agendas in our world's development as proposed by the United Nations. It becomes a very important point that is need to be held successfully by us as the part of world citizen in order to bring positive things that could help us in the future. As we can see, currently technology development becomes a thing that always relate to our daily life as a human. Through this webinar, we will learn about the process of the collaboration between technology and city development. We hope that through the event, we could improve our understanding in building a smart city. We also hope that International Webinar Smart City will bring many benefits related to sustainable development for us. I also would like to appreciate the event committees. Thank you for your willingness in preparing and holding this event. Before I end the speech, I would like to say a short message for our participants today. Keep going in learning about SDGs to support the application of smart city in Indonesia. Thank you. Jesus bless all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Evander Karol Pratama Manulang, as the head of Student Senate, over a few words. Now we move to the next agenda is opening speech from the head of committee to Mrs. Denisa Titis Eksaputri. Time and room, I welcome.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Denisa, and it's an honor for me to speak on the behalf of the organizer. Before we start, I would like to welcome Mr. Dinar Maslebu, SPD, SI, MSI, who represent Mr. Dr. Andika Rokitanama, SE, MCS, as Vice Rector 3, Satyawacana Christian University. The Honorable Head of Student Senate, Mr. Evander Karol Pratama Manulang, the Honorable Professor Dr. Rini Rahmawati, SI, MT, who will be the speaker of today's webinar, the Honorable Ms. Putri Hergianasari, SIP, MIP, who will be our moderator, and of course, our honorable participants. In this webinar, we will talk about smart city for achieving sustainable development goals. The general purpose of this program is to develop the potential for students to respond and adapt to international issues related to COVID-19 influences on sustainable development. So I hope this program will encourage students contribute to a smart city for more sustainable goals in this pandemic era. I hope this webinar will help us gain to more understanding and knowledge to this topic. Well, I don't want to take too much time. Once again, welcome and thank you very much for attending this webinar. It's great to see you all in this meeting. Back to Master Ceremony, son of rain. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Denisa, over the speech. I would like to remind everyone in this room, Zooms, to keep your cameras on during the webinar and prepare your questions because the audience with the best questions will get this prize too. So don't forget to keep your cameras on, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Mrs. Putri Hergianasari, SIP, MIP. She will be the moderator who will guide us to be more systematic and conducive in this international webinar. To Ms. Putri Hergianasari, SIP, MIP, time and room, I welcome.
Okay, thank you, Novran. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Before starting, I will read some of the rules in this webinar for the participants. Okay, first, participants, please turn off the microphone and turn on your camera during presentation. Second, for a question and answer session will be open after the presentation is finished. I will open two terms. First term, 3 questioners with the raise hand features, and then after that, it was closed. And then I reopen it again the second time with 3 questionnaires, which I will read from the chat column. Okay. Well, what is a sustainable city? As a sustainable city is a concept on the belief that human life in the world must sustain. Okay. Now, no human wants to be the last generation and become extinct like the dinosaurs, right? Okay, data from the National Development Planning Agency, aka Bappenas, show that more than half of the world's population now lives in urban areas. By 2050, that number will rise to 6.5 billion people. And then two-thirds of the world's population, aka 2/3. Okay. Sustainable development will not be achieved without significant change in the way we build and manage urban areas. Okay. The rapid growth on cities in developing countries with increasing urbanization has resulted in explosion in the number of megapolitans. So, in 1990, there were 10 megapolitans with a population of 10 million or more. As of 2014, there were 28 megapolitans that were home to about 453 million people. Okay. Extreme poverty is often a concern in urban areas, and national and municipal government are struggling to accommodate the growing population in this area. So creating safe and sustainable cities means ensuring access to safe and affordable housing and improving slum settlements. It is also involved investing in public transport and then creating green space for the public and then improving urban planning and governance that is inclusive. Sustainable urban life is one of the 17 global goals set out in the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. And in the great approach, it's critical to progress across all of the goals. Okay. Discussion with a speaker from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Bu Rini, Associate Professor Dr. Rini Rahmawati SSIMT. He is lecturer at Department of Development Geography, Faculty of Geography, Universitas Gadjah Mada, experience on urban and regional planning, regional development, urban geography, smart city, village and region, and then coordinator of summer course on smart city, village and region, and held in UGM, and then coordinator of smart city, village and region research study, and then coordinator of urban development research study, and then supervisor and evaluation Movement Toward Indonesia Smart City, Ministry of Communication and Information of the Republic of Indonesia, and then supervisor and expert in Smart City Master Plan Development in National Strategic Region on Capital City, Ministry of Communication and Information of the Republic of Indonesia, evaluator of Electronic Based Government System, Ministry of State Apparatus Department of the Republic of Indonesia. Okay, have been involved in many organizations, particularly on Forum Network, and then Aura, ASEAN Urban Research Association, and then Indonesia Association of Urban and Regional Planners, and then Indonesian Associate of Geographers, and then Smart Indonesia Initiative Associate. Okay, please welcome Bu Rini Rahmawati. Okay, time is yours. 75 minutes presentation. If we finish early, we can immediately enter the discussion session. Okay, Bu Rini, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Ibu Putri Hargia Nasari, SIP MIP, as a moderator of the conference, the webinars today. And also thank you very much for the Vice Rector for the opening remarks, Dr. Andika Rocky Tanamah, SAMSC, and also Head of Student Senate, Infandar Karl Pandama Panulang, and Head of Committee Kak Titis Eksa Putri, Denisa Titis Eksa Putri, and all of the organizer of the international webinar. Thank you very much for inviting me for the very valuable webinar we have today. And good morning to all of the participants who attending this webinar. Yeah, I think that it's a very good moment for us to study together about what is smart city and about the relation with SDGs, especially for the SDGs number 11. Okay, let me start with sharing the PPT. Okay. Is it working? Could you please to see the slide? Is it working? Can you see the slide already?
Yes.
Okay. Could I start the presentation now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Because sometimes we have a problem with the signal and the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, today I would like to share with all of you about the smart city, especially for achieving sustainable development goals. And I think that one of the objective of the sustainable development goals that very close with the smart city is SDGs number 11, that is about sustainable cities and communities. Like what Ibu Putri said before, that I am coming from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Faculty of Geography, and now I'm as a head of master program in regional development. Very welcome to all of you students for the last grade in the UKSW to join us for continuing your study in the master program in regional development in Universitas Gadjah Mada. Just contact me if you would like to join with us in this master program. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to repeat again my profile, but just to mention that now I'm as a supervisor and evaluator of 100 movement towards Indonesian smart city from the Ministry of Communication and Information of the Republic of Indonesia, and in this task I'm supervise some of cities and regency especially in preparing master plan of smart city. And also as a supervisor and expert in smart city master plan development from some of city in the last moment. I'm as a supervisor for the National Strategic Region of Capital City from the same ministry, but for the another Ministry of State Aparatus Empowerment of the Republic of Indonesia. I'm also as a evaluator of electronic-based government system. Yeah. And before, we also have a summer course program on smart city, village, and regions. The last event is in 2020. First, hopefully that's for the next year. But this year, no. But next year, I hope that we still have this kind of summer course. So I can invite all of you to join with us in this summer course program, because many of participants coming from around the world, they also join with us. Also part of the lecturer coming from the Asia, Europe, and USA as well. And we have Smart City, Village, and Region research study research group, and yeah, we are doing research in relation with the smart city. Okay, and now I will continue with this slides, the contents of my presentations. First, I would like to explains about the urban development in the era of ICT, information communication and technology, and then connect with urbanization, ICT, and smart city, and then the concept of smart city, implementation of smart city, city management, and community participatory. And I would like to make a link with sustainable cities and communities. Yeah, as SDGs number 11. I will start with this cover of books, and this is my book that published in 2014 with its title Pengembangan Perkotaan dalam Era Teknologi Informasi dan Komunikasi, or we can translate in English, Urban Development in the Era of Information and Communication Technology. Inside of the book, you can find theoretical review about the population movement changes, especially because of the use of ICT, and also the changing of location and urban space structure and utilization of ICT, then urban development model in the era ICT. In this book, I still mention the terminology of cyber city in several cities, because in 2014, we still use this kind of word, cyber city, but I think after 2017, some of cities already declare as a smart city. But before, we call this cyber city, cyber province. Yeah. And then the last part of this book is about Capita Selecta, because I took some of publication from the proceeding and journal inside this book. Then in 2016, we have 13 International ASEAN Urbanization Conference. Actually, every couple of years, we have this kind of conference. I think that if you, for the students from UKSB, if you interested to join with us in this conference, welcome to you. And yeah, in 2016, I was chair of this conference, and the title of the conference is about rapid urbanization and sustainable development in Asia. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I still have this book. Perhaps I can send this book to the faculty of social. That's right, Ibu Putri. Faculty of
Social Science and
Social
Communication.
Science.
Yes.
Faculty of Social Science. I will send this book to Ibu Putri to put it in the library.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. In this moment, I share with the participant about the urbanization in the era of ICT, because that effort to integrate the use of ICT in various aspects of urban developments constitute the realization of implementing the concept of smart city. Yeah, that's why it is very important for us in our discussion in this webinar, starting from the urbanization, like what Ibu Putri said before, that in the next year, we will have um, citizens more than today. I think 60% people will be living in the city. In relation with the definition of urbanization, especially we have many of literature. But here I would like to share to you urbanization in relation with the ICT. Urbanization not meaning only the movement of people from rural area to urban area, but also the changing of lifestyle, the changing of a social economic condition of the people. Here in relation with the ICT, we know that now the situation is changing, especially for the lifestyle. Because every people, I think they also have their own mobile phone. It is very easy to communicate with others. We do not need any movement, just stay at home, and then we can do some activities. Like now we are in the same room, in the virtual room, in discussing our topic about the smart city and SDGs. And then we also can do another activity like take some banking services, transfer NS and etc. And then also we can buying something, just sitting or just staying at home. And the changing of space use means that now we can use another kind of space. In geography, we have absolute space, and then also relative space. One of the example for the relative space is virtual space. Virtual space is included in the relative space. It means that we can use the space, but not in the reality, but in the virtual. We never imagined before that now we can use this kind of space as an alternative of a space, for doing some activity. And also the changing of people movement, because like what I said before, that we do not need any movement when we doing some activity, especially in accessing the public services that already provided by government. We can use our internet to get some services from the government, and also we can do some activity by using the virtual space. And then another one is suburbanization phenomena, location decentralization. I will explain in detail after this. And the changing of how to deliver aspiration. People, they can easily, when they deliver their aspiration, we have a possibility to contact our governor, Pak Gubernur Jawa Tengah. We can contact him easily, because he has a Twitter to communicate with people in center of Java. I think Salatiga also as one of the city included in the Java center. And then the changing in managing cities. Yeah, it's a very close linkage with our topic SDGs number 11, managing cities. Yeah. And then we know that in the city there are so many problems. Yeah. And then to solve the problem, we need the urban innovations. And in the smart city concept, there are so many innovation inside. That's why when I assisting the city and region in preparing and in making master plan of smart city, um, um, every OPD, every instance, they try to make innovations. Yeah. For example, for institution of what we call it, Diskom Info, Dinas Komunikasi Informasi, Information and Communications boards. They also have some kind of innovation, like how to make public space with Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi for the citizens, and then how to help every OPD. They can have a website. Yeah, every instancy in the local government. Yeah, we call this OPD. Sorry for that. I still try to make translation in English. OPD, organisasi perangkat daerah. Yeah. Before the name is SKPD, Satuan Kerja Perangkat Daerah, but now we call this OPD, Organisasi Perangkat Daerah. Every city or agency they mostly have for about 33 or 34 OPD. Yeah. One of this is Board of Information and Communication. Yeah, this Dinas Komunikasi and Informasi. From this picture, we can see that one of the problem in the urban area, in the city area, is traffic jam because so many people want to move from one space, one location to another location. So it's look like in Jakarta, but actually it is not in Jakarta. But I forget it. It is in India or Thailand. Yeah, taximeter. Yeah, yeah. I think it is in India. Because I have been there in the capital of also very they have a high number of population and number of look like that. Yeah, traffic jam also happen in almost all of the big city we have in Indonesia. Yeah, because of there's no enough public transportation, and also the habit of the people in Indonesia, yeah, especially in a big city and mega city, that they don't use any public transport because it is not easy for them to reach some of the location there, I think. And and then also some people, they try to move to reach the workplace, school, shopping center, and another parts also for reaching economic services, yeah, and also relatives. and obvious, yeah. So we have a problem with the space, yeah, not enough space in the city, and then yeah, we can see that some of the function of the city as what do you call it, the center of the urban services, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the orientation of people movement to the center of the city. That's why in the center of the city, there are so many traffic jam happens because of the high movement of people to go to the center of the city. And then how to solve the problems? Yeah. Yeah. Some of the services now use ICT in delivering of the services, especially for public and private. And we can see from this picture that now we use mobile banking. Yeah? I think that all of the participants of this webinar, you also use this kind of services. Yeah. Before we use e-banking and ATM, but now I think that a part of us do not need to go to the ATM again because we can use our mobile banking, yeah, but not for the money withdrawal. Yeah. It's not possible to do this with our mobile banking, yeah, especially. Yeah. Yeah. Also for buying and ordering product, it is very easy for us to do that. Yeah, looking for some goods and buying the product. Yeah, very easy by using the internet, mobile phone, and also our laptop. Yeah, I myself also have a little of little business online shop, yeah, just to practice my research results. Have the online shop in Instagram and also WhatsApp group, yeah, and sometimes customer they contact us to buy something, yeah. I think it is a very good moment for student also. Beside the you are study in your faculty, your campus, you can also have this kind of opportunity to have online shop, yeah. And then talking about the movement of people, yeah, because of before people in the city or citizen using the ICT, they need to move from home, from the office to go to the bank just to have services from the bank officer. But after the ICT era, we have ATM services, yeah. But still in the map, it's still we need a movement from home and also from the office, yeah. But after we use e-banking, because it is my research, it's around in 2015, I think, or 2011, yeah, we still mention with this terminology e-banking. E-banking is SMS banking, phone banking, internet banking, but we call this now mobile banking. Yeah. Nah, When people they use e-banking and mobile banking in the recent situations, no need any movement from home and from the office. Yeah, it is the result of my dissertation in 2011. Yeah. So I think that with this situation, no more population movement, we can solve the problem of traffic jam, yeah, in the city. But actually, we still see on the road there are so many vehicles and so many people who move to from one place to another place. So how to solve the problem of traffic jam? It is our what do you call it? Yeah. Our next research agenda. Why in the road still so many vehicle and so many people movement? Yeah. But my research result is like this, yeah, especially because this in-depth interview is at the moment with the respondents who expert in using ICT. Yeah. And also for the order of product after we use internet, we can see in this map no movement again. And some of the respondents they said that they also buying some product from abroad like USA, like Singapore. One of the respondents said that they bought milk for their children from Singapore because they need very special kind of milk, yeah, because of their baby is very resistant with resistance and cannot drink milk product from our country. Yeah. Yeah, I think that you can also doing a research like what I did before in 2011. Yeah, after the citizen they use ICT, now they can have any of company like this one, electronic company, advertisement company, and another company. The location of this company is not in the center of the city again, but out of the urban area, I think. Yeah, this is a city of Yogyakarta, and this is a very urban area, urban ring, pinggiran kota. And we can see from this picture that one of the company they located in the out of the urban area. We can call this rural area. Yeah, why? Because they can use information and communication technology in handling their project and their activity. Customer they can order the product by using mobile phone and also in email, sending email. It is very easy to have a company not in the center of the city and also not in the very strategic location, yeah, because they don't need any strategic location again after using ICT. And it is very very helpful for the solving problem on the limited space in the city center. Also this picture we can see here that furniture company, web development consultant, IT consultant, yeah, they have their own company in this area. Yeah, you can see that it is not in the very strategic area, but outside of the city. Yeah, like this location. Yeah, a part of them located in the rural area. And yeah, in the rural area, we can see that in the rural area, they can get any fresh air and the comfortable environment, and another positive thing. But the distance of the company is uh, far from the city. So we call this the suburbanization. Suburbanization means that a part of the activity and also physical building now move from the center of the city to the suburban area. Suburban area means pinggiran kota, yeah, pinggiran kota, and then it is as a one of the phenomena of urbanization in our country, Indonesia, and we call this suburbanization. And yeah, I already published the research results about what I explained before in this journal. Location decentralization due to the use of ICT, Empirical Information from Yogyakarta, Indonesia. You can find this article yeah, in the internet. Yeah. Just googling and you can find this kind of article. Yeah, it is about the strengthening of the role of virtual space as an economic space, open space, and interaction space. Yeah. Then, yeah, another article is about population, mobility, and urban spatial structure. Does the use of information and communication technology matter? Then I'd like to continue with this picture. You can see from this picture about situations to reach Putrajaya and Cyberjaya. Putrajaya and Cyberjaya is one of the new area in the peri-urban area. Yeah, because of in Kuala Lumpur, like you can see in Jakarta, there are so many traffic jam and problem in the city center. That's why the government in Malaysia, they have a policy to bring out of some of the ministry office in the Putrajaya, and then also they also develop Cyberjaya as a center of business center there because of the use of ICT. Yeah, government offices removed from Kuala Lumpur to reduce traffic congestion and the growth in the city. And Cyberjaya is built as an ICT-based business center that located in the suburb area. Yeah. How about in Jakarta? Could we do the same policy or not? Yeah. This is one question for the participant in this webinar. Yeah, can we do what government in Malaysia do, especially how to bring the ministry offices to another area. Yeah, now we also have a plan to relocate our capital city of Indonesia from Jakarta to Kalimantan Timur, is Kalimantan. My research also is about the location of the capital city of Indonesia, and then I also doing a research now in this year about the smart city implementation for supporting Ibu Kota Nusantara. then in Hyderabad, India, also we can see from this picture. I took this picture uh, from the second floor. I think second floor of the restaurant that at the moment I had a dinner in the restaurant, and I can see this building, and yeah. We know that Hyderabad also we can call this Cyberabad, yeah, Cyberabad, because of so many people in this city. They work, yeah, with the ICT base. Yeah. From the Friedman's books, Friedman said that ICT-based business center is developed as one of the attraction for investors to improve their business in the Hyderabad, India. ICT-based area is also developed for software companies in Bangalore. Yeah, people in India, they mostly they can speak English well and also have skill in ICT. That's why some of the firm from the outside, from USA and from the European countries, they also invest their money in India. Yeah. Yeah, so many office ICT based of offices that built in India, because many of the labor in India, they have a skill in English and also in working with ICT. Yeah. How about Indonesia? Is it possible or not for Indonesia case? This is the second question I have to you, and you can deliver your answer after my presentation. And another example is coming from Bangkok, which one? Hyderabad, and then from Singapore. Singapore government, they also provide some ICT services like Wi-Fi services. To access internet, people have to use email registration and password. Without password, will be not able to access this free Wi-Fi. Yeah. How about in public space? Yeah, perhaps you can share public space in Salatiga. Is there any free Wi-Fi? And how about the password if you access this free Wi-Fi in public space? Is it needed or not? Yeah. And also in the separate apartment, in school, yeah, and in the library. And also ICT in integration for e-learning for the students. Now after or along the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we use this kind also of the system, yeah, e-learning by using some methods like Zoom, WebEx, and Google Meet, and another system. And then for the case of Bangkok, I think, yeah, I've been there, traffic control and command center. Yeah, in this office, they can check the user of route by using CCTV. And if there are some vehicle or driver that not aware with the red light, for example, then they can make a note for the number of vehicle, and then they will invite them to pay what do you call it in English, to pay ya untuk membayar pelanggaran, ya begitu. So the police is not busy to run or to catch them, but after that the office they can send a letter, mm, and then the driver should pay for the what do you call it, pelanggaran, ya, pelanggaran lalu lintas. And also we have the same thing in Indonesia case. We have ICT-based transformation information system to reduce traffic congestion in Jakarta. We call this traffic management control in Polda Metro Jaya. And yeah, the functions of this control is command, communication, and coordination and information by using GIS, GPS, CCTV, and then SMS, call center, internet, and so on. By using social media like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, just to get some information about the traffic jam, in which location they will find the traffic jam. Perhaps they can reach one of the location by passing the ship routes, just to get the safe route without any traffic jam. And now we are going to the definition or concept of a smart city. Yeah. First, we will start with the definition of city. Yeah. From antiquity as a place for change, both social and economic. But at present, city as a system of systems that generates and promotes this relation and trading, but that occurs partly in real environment and partly in virtual space. That's why I mentioned before that now the virtual space becoming something that very important for us. Yeah. Just to see the popular city, we can use the virtual space. We don't need any travel to reach Paris, Amsterdam, and Bangkok. We can do some tourist activity by using virtual, what we call it, virtual tourist or virtual, how we can mention about it. Yeah, if you would like to see Paris with the very popular what do we call it? I forget it. Menara yang di Paris itu apa ya? Saya lupa. Eiffel, ya, Eiffel, ya. I have a plan also to visit Paris again at the end of this month, but still waiting for the visa. Yeah, just look at in the internet with the virtual tourism activity, and you can look around the city of the Paris. Yeah. For the definition of city, yeah, in this slide also partly in virtual space, and then and how about smart? Smart means as the ability to understand and comprehend, for which it was necessary to perceive, the ability to solve problems based on memory and experience. Yeah, the ability to solve the problem. We can call this smart because we have ability to solve the problem, especially for the city. Smart city means that we can solve the problem in the city by some innovation, by the smart activities, by the smart program. yeah, and etc. And then one of the definition of smart city is city well performing in forward-looking way in economic, people, governance, mobility, environment, and living, built on the smart combination of endowments and activities of self-decisive, independent, and aware cities. Yeah, we can see from this picture which one is it? Which in which location? Which location is it? Sorry, I just check my my handphone. What time is it now? I still have time or not to explain another slide. Okay, which location is it? Can you guess, participants? Yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah, Amsterdam. Actually, I also took a picture some of the location in Amsterdam, but because of I don't have enough time to do that, that's why I just put it this picture coming from internet. This is Amsterdam. Yeah, we can look around the city by using boats, and we can see the very nice building in the right side and on the left side. Just need about 20 euro for that. Yeah, we can see that the river, the canal is very clean and comfortable, and part of the people who living in this area, they have their own boat. Yeah, so boat as one of the tools for the transportation in this city. What this? Yeah, it is Cologne. Actually, I also have some picture of Cologne city because I've been there for 3 or 4 times, but no time for me to looking for some photos I have. That's why I just take it from the internet and show it to you. Very nice situation. It is Rhine River, and lucky for me that in 2014 or 15, we have a journey from Bonn to Cologne by using boats and passing the very nice river, Rhine River like this. Yeah. I hope someday you can also visit this very nice city. Yeah, by Eunice also. Yeah. Okay, and then another definition we have in relation with smart city, a city where the ICT strengthen the freedom of speech and the accessibility to public information services. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would like to explain more about this. Yeah. In Yogyakarta City, we have information and complaint units, or we call this UPIC, yeah, from the SMS or maybe telephone number, from email. People they can deliver the complaint, suggestion, question about the city to the government to improve the performance of government and more responsive and transparent, and to increase the community participation in development in the city. Yeah. Some of the people, they can deliver their information about the situation in their area, like the electricity in the road doesn't work, and another thing. Yeah. But mostly in every city and city, they have this kind of application. lapor layanan aspirasi pengaduan online rakyat or aspiration of the people complain online. One of them in Bandung City, but every city I think they have also this kind of application. Yeah, because it is coming from the center government. Yeah, the citizen they also deliver some problems like infrastructure, transportation, street vendor, education, sanitation, and so on. It's very easy to citizen to give a report to the government. And the government, they in 24 hours, they can deliver the problem to the right institution. For example, in relation with the problem of infrastructure, the report will be delivered to the public work or dinas PU. Yeah. And then, yeah, sorry, what that? Bandung. Yeah. I would like to continue with the trend of managing smart city. We know that today there is a tendency to establish smart city in Indonesia and other countries, and some cities have declared as a smart city. Yeah. Almost all of the city in the world that try towards smart city, like Songdo, smart city, the first smart city. The first smart city we have here, close with Incheon, Korea Selatan, they try to make what we call it, the concept of technology, green technology with friendly environments. And then for the Singapore, they try to have initiative for the Singapore government, smart nation, yeah, under the Ministry of Prime Minister Office. They use technology application and another thing. And also for the Melbourne City as a capital of the Australia, and London and New York and so on. And for this list, we can see that in the Asia, there's so many city in these countries that declare as a smart city, like Bangalore in India, Chongqing in China, Doha, Qatar, Gangnam District, Seoul, Korea, Hong Kong, Hyderabad, India. I have been there before, and Japan, Jaipur, Rajasthan in India, China, and Kabul in Afghanistan, Shanghai, China, and then what else, and so on. Because no time, yeah, we just see this table. And then in Africa, Cape Town and Nelson Mandela Bay, and in Europe, so many cities that already declared as smart city, like in France, Barcelona, and Birmingham in UK, and Glasgow, Scotland in UK, then Manchester in UK, and another city in Europe. And for North America, so many, like which one? Yeah, Albany in New York, and then many city here. And for the middle South America, Barceloneta, Puerto Rico, and in Brazil, and so on, and Oceania. Yeah, for example, for case of Seoul smart city, yeah, we can see from this slide that they concentrated on ICT infrastructure and management network and smart users. And then there has an important function of ICT to provide services to the community, like free public Wi-Fi and high access speeds available in public place, like in park, public space, trains, and bus. How about in Indonesia? Yeah, that's a question for me. And then yeah, Seoul service has been operated since 2008, used for safe zone, emergency button, emergency alert, connected to police, fire department, and CCTV control centers. Now in Indonesia, some of the city also they have this kind of institution that operates emergency button, emergency alert, and so on by using 112 application. And for the case of Singapore, smart city, yeah, from this chart on our table, we can see that in the Southeast ASEAN, Singapore is the first rank, yeah, for that, especially for the mobile SIM penetration, average mobile data speeds, broadband, internet users, and etc. And then they also have government supports Singapore Smart City. There is the government technology website, and they have like that leader in digital transformation, smart nation in digital government, technology partnership, and so on. And yeah, when we have some activities with students in Singapore, we can try this kind of MRT and LRT system. Yeah, it is very easy in Singapore to reach one location with another location because they have this kind of public transport, very good public transport. For the China Smart City, we can see here from Nanjing, they have convoy of Nanjing City government special system, and they have traffic monitoring, emergency communication when a disaster or terrorism occurs, and becomes the center of information and data on the city of Nanjing. In Chuan City also, we can see from this, it is for the throwing garbage. Yeah, I think that the institution the trash can in the city can send a signal when it's the school. Yeah, so the officer can immediately take out the trash in the trash. Yeah, how about Indonesia? Is there any trash can like that? Yeah, with very good control, and then officer they can take out the trash easily and rapidly. And also for this one, yeah, it's sort of like a metaverse concept. Yeah, we don't need any labor again, just to say hello, good morning, welcome to every guest of the hotel or restaurant. Yeah, we can use this kind of hologram receptionist, yeah, in the city hall, hologram receptionist who will greet visitor every time you enter, and on the front there is computer to take a cleaner or to us. Yeah. Then in Indonesia, yeah, we have some of the big city, and also yeah, mega city that already implemented the smart city concept, like Surabaya as the best Indonesian government Indonesia Digital Society Award, and in Jakarta implementation of community reporting system, we call this CLUE. In Bandung, implementation of Bandung Command Center. In Surakarta, smart mobility implementation in the field of transportation, and so on. This is what the award that already received by this city. And then in Indonesia, we also have this kind of project or activity, Indonesia Movement toward 100 Smart City. And we as an evaluator and also a supervisor of this project, we should assist city and agency in preparing master plan of smart city. I'm also as one of the evaluator and supervisor for this project since 2018. Yeah, this year I assist two of city and regency, Bitung in Sulut and Penajam Pasir Utara Regency. Ya. This afternoon I will be leaving for Bitung, Sulut. Yeah. And this is what the indicator, smart city selection indicator toward 100 smart city groups. First, sustainable city index and the local government performance index, green city index, regional financial capability, and other factors. Yeah, hope that next year Salatiga could be one of the 100 smart city movement also. Yeah, I already checked to the government that this year, after this year, Salatiga is not one of the regency or city that already included in the 100 smart city program. Yeah, actually now we have more than 100 smart city and regency that already included in this program, because now after in 2019 we select 50 area, 50 city and regency get included in this project. And then for the next year, I think we still will have 50 city or agency again. And this is about the dimension of smart city from giving year. We have 6 dimensions: smart economy, smart people, smart governance, mobility, environment, and living. Yeah. But from the Ministry of Information and Communication, we have also 6, but we don't have any smart mobility and smart people here. But we have smart living, and mobility is included in the smart living. And for the smart people included in the smart society, because community also as one of the sub dimension from the smart society here. So we have a smart governance, branding, economy, living, society, and environment. Yeah. And for the example of application, especially for the smart governance in Yogyakarta, we have this kind of application. By using this application, it is easy for the citizen, they get some information about the city of Yogyakarta. Yeah, like about the Jogja Wisata, Jogja Budaya, Jogja Business, Jogja Transportation, Jogja Streaming, and so on. And in Solo also they have this kind of application, so destination, so we can easily in getting some information about the services for the community and another information. And in relation with the smart branding and smart communities, from this picture we can see that in Malang now there are so many people that would like to visit this kampung warna-warni, yeah, because it's very unique and interesting, yeah, to visit this area. Before it is very dirty, I think, yeah, but now the river is clean, and so the people here, they have new activities, new economic activities, yeah, because many people would like to come to this area, and they just pay it's around 7 or 8,000, yeah. And then they also get some souvenir that created by ibu rumah tangga, housewife in this area. And then in Magelang City, in the result of my research, they also have they also have a branding as a million flower of Magelang City. So we can see from this picture that they have slogan Kota Sejuta Bunga. Yeah. very good environments and can support the smart environment dimension for reaching the smart city in Magelang City. Also, in the level of the community, they also try to make color village people and flower lovers. Yeah, and they have services to support the program of educational tour. Yeah, we can see from this picture that people in this area, they're very creative, innovative, using this plastic bottle for planting and make decoration of their house like that. Yeah, and I already published the research result in the proceeding, I think. Yeah, the proceeding Scopus Index about the urban environmental management. Yeah. And then also another publication, it is about the toward better city management through smart city implementation that already published in Human Geographic Journal. And if you would like to read, I think that you can read this article by using Google Scholar. And yeah, about the smart cities progress and challenge in establishing livable cities. Also, it's one of the article that published in the proceeding of ASEAN Urbanization Conference, yeah, in 2019, that already held in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And another publication about the urban environmental management. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it is about the slide that can make a plan explanation about the smart city. Yeah, in the past, city management used to be implemented in the conventional way, but now, after we declare a city as a smart city, we try to make some implementation for some program and activity. One of them is about the livable city and how to reach a better city management through some of the dimension in smart city, like the dimension of smart environment and smart living. Yeah, how to make people who living in the city, they feel comfortable and they feel safe. Yeah. And how to make a city have a good performance, well performance, and good city appearance, and so on. And about the smart city indicator, but in the Ministry of Information and Communication, we still discuss about this. Yeah. This morning, actually, I also have a meeting with the Ministry of Information and Communication to discuss about this kind of indicators. Yeah, that's why now I cannot share with you in detail, because now still in discuss, yeah, with the ministry. The indicator included economy, education, energy, environment, the climate change, and so on. Also about the housing, recreation, safe city, sewage, and transportation, and urban planning, and water, and so on. Yeah, it is about the coverage of ISO in relation with the perkotaan dan masyarakat berkelanjutan, indikator untuk layanan kota dan kualitas hidup, and also indicator of smart city, indicator of ketangguhan kota. We still discuss about it with the Ministry of Information and Communication. That's why I cannot share to you this in this discussion more detail. And also this one, I make a cover to the indicator, but it is relation with the goal number 11, how to make the city and housing inclusive, safe, tahan dan berkelanjutan, sustainability. Yeah. The indicator part of the indicator is about bangunan publik, pelayanan kota, rekreasi publik, pengumpulan sampah, telemetering, jalur transportasi, sistem transportasi, daur ulang sampah elektrik. Just to give a short what we call it, short list, the type of indicator in the SDGs number 11, but not still discussed. That's why I cover the indicator here. And then, yeah, I think this is the last point that I would like to share with you in this event. It is about the Sustainable Development Goal number 11. I just put it from the take it from the Wikipedia and put it here in the slide. In the Sustainable Development Goals number 11, it is about the sustainable cities and communities as one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah, and the official mission of SDGs number 11 is how to make cities inclusive. Inclusive means that, yeah, everyone, they can also participate to make cities better. Yeah, and not only for the rich people, but also for all of the people, for the poor people, and not only for the older men, but also younger people, not only for the perfect people, but also disabled people, and so on. And to make safe, yeah, to make safe from the disaster, from the criminalization, and so on. Resilient and sustainable. Sustainable means that not only for the program in this year, but also we have to think about the next step. That's why in the master plan of smart city, inside we have a roadmap. Roadmap means that we will have a program in 1 year and then very short period and quick win. Important program and innovation, and also we have a plan in 5 years. We call this middle period, and also we have a 10 years program in 10 years, and we call this a long period of program. Yeah, and then yeah. The 17 SDGs take into account that action in one area will affect outcome in the other area as well. That's why in Indonesia we hope that every city and every agency, they can be smart, yeah. Because if only Salatiga be a smart city, and another agency or city around the Salatiga not as a smart city, yeah, perhaps it's not good, yeah, for the continuity being smart for the Salatiga. And the mission, I think, outcome targets, yeah, outcome target for the SDGs number 11. Yeah, first, adequate, safe, and affordable housing and basic services, and upgrade slums. Yeah, we can check in Salatiga, is there any slum area or not? Yeah, how about the affordable housing and basic services in Salatiga? Yeah, how about the situation in Salatiga, safe or not? And then the second one, accessible and sustainable transport system. How about the transport system in Indonesia, in Jakarta, in Yogyakarta, in Salatiga? Is there any problem with this or not? Yeah. Yeah, in Kabupaten Penajam Pasir Utara, we have focus group discussion, and participants said that, oh, we don't have any public transport here. Yeah, so they only use their private car and motorcycle when they move. Yeah, it's not easy, I think, as a new capital of the city. They don't have any public transportation. And the third, enhance inclusive and sustainable urbanization, capacity for participatory, integrated, and sustainable.
Sorry, Purini, your microphone is mute. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And then the fourth one, strengthen effort to protect and safeguard the what cultural and natural heritage. Yeah, I think in Salatiga there's so many heritage building. I think, yeah, and culture, special culture. And then the fifth, reduce the number of death and number of people affected by disaster and decrease the direct economy losses relatively to global gross domestic product caused by disaster. Yeah, yeah, for the city with the very what we call it, very high number of disaster event, disaster thing. I think it is not easy in managing the situation of the disaster. And the sixth, reduce the efforts of per capita environmental impact of cities, including by paying special attention to air quality and municipal and other waste management. The problem of waste and the problem of pollution, I think as a smart city, we should think about how to solve this problem. And also for the sustainable development number 11 reaching. And the seventh one, provide universal access to safe, inclusive, and accessible green and public space. Yeah, how many public space, how many green space that you have in your city. For the rencana tata ruang wilayah, for the spatial planning product, the minimum size is 30%. Every city they should have public space and green space also. Oh, I will make this clear. Yeah. And the last, I think, yeah. 3 means of achieving targets, yeah. Support positive economic, social, and environmental links between urban, peri-urban, and rural area. Yeah, we have to think also about the peri-urban area and rural area, not only cities or not only the city center that already built with the good infrastructure, but also we have to think about the surrounding area like peri-urban and rural area. And the second one, increase the number of cities and human settlement adopting and implementing integrated policy and plans toward inclusion. And adaptation to climate change, resilience to disaster, and so on. The last, support least developed country, including through financial and technical assistance in building sustainable and resilient building utilizing local materials. So yeah, support the developed country. Yeah, developed country or developing country. Yeah, developed countries. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually in the fields, when we assess some city or regions in preparing their city or region be a smart city, we still see that a part of them, they have a lot of problems. But I think when they declare to be smart city and regions, they try to make many of innovation to solve the problem in the city and region. That's why researcher here in Indonesia or maybe officer, they try to push all of the city and regency to be smart city, smart regency. Yeah. For the first step, we just have like slogan or motivation, word of motivation, but the next year they can try to implement the concept of smart city and the slogan like digital city and so on. And we can see that so many innovation will be have in some city or agency that already declare a smart city in their city. Yeah. Okay, I think the last statement that I would share in this forum. Thank you very much for your attention, and Ibu Putri, please, the time is yours to continue with the discussion.
Okay, thank you, Burini. It's very fruitful materials about smart city and sustainable city. Okay, the question and answer session. Participants are welcome to ask questions. You can raise hand, guys, for 3 questioners. Wow, it's so many questions came from chat box. Okay, or you can ask directly with fit to raise hand. Okay, come on, guys. 3 questioner. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, come on. No, if you no question from Futurized hand, I will continue from chat box first. This okay, Sulhami Hamam. Okay, and then Rahmat. Okay, first Sulhami. Time is yours.
Is it my voice clear?
Yes, clearly.
Okay, thank you for the chance. I'm Fahmi from Medan. Actually not confident to ask directly in English, but I try my best. Smart city is always interesting topic for me, despite the challenge that maybe still hard to achieve in many cities in Indonesia, because we still struggling only to make the internet connection stable all over Indonesia. And I curious about how this smart city implemented in Indonesia without left our local culture. Then I think Jakarta will be the first smart city in Indonesia because they have better power in economy, public facility, infrastructure, etc. than other country in Indonesia. So my question, what kind of city that can be the next smart city after Jakarta, and how it can be successful implemented in Indonesia? Is it investment and public policy having the significant role to develop smart city in Indonesia? That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then second from Rahmat. Time is yours, Rahmat. Hello, Rahmat. Okay, Purini will answer this question, or we go on second questioner. Okay.
Yeah. I can't answer the question directly now. Yeah, okay, because we're still waiting for another participant to add another question again. Okay, thank you very much for Fahmi from Medan. Yeah, and we are happy. I think that we are also as a participant from this conference, because Medan is not so close with UKSW or UGM in Yogyakarta. Yeah, very good question from Fahmi. Yeah, you said that still hard to city or regency to be a smart city because there are some trouble in relation with the internet stable condition and also local culture of the people. Yeah. Yeah, Jakarta as a capital of the city, and also as a big city, not only big city, but also but included in the mega city, because the number of people is around more than 11, so we call this mega city. Yeah. Jakarta already have a very good infrastructure, yeah, and also public transportation and policy from the governments, and also there are so many good infrastructure that support smart city implementation. But just to inform you that Jakarta is not included in the 100 smart city because they don't have any regency and city, tidak ada kota atau kabupaten ya, but they only consist of one provincial government. Yeah, but Jakarta as a one of the good implementation of smart city. And another example is Surabaya, Bandung, Makassar, Semarang, Yogyakarta, as a popular city that already implemented the smart city concept, for the management of city. And what next? What next? How to be a smart city? Before in my slide, one of my slide, I already talk about the smart city selection indicator. They can include it in the Gerakan 100 Smart City in Indonesia if they have good in the Sustainable Cities Index. And that they have local government performance index, they have green city index, regional financial capability. Why financial also? Because to implement the smart city concept, they need some budget or financial to implement the program that supported in the implementation of smart city. And other factors to consider, like dimension of leading sector development, dimension of equitable and territorial development. To support the vision of Nawacita. Actually, before they included in the 100 Smart City movement Indonesia atau Gerakan 100 Smart City Indonesia, we as assessor in this project try to select them. In this year there is around, I forget it, 64 or 70, but we only need 50 for the next year. That's why we try to make a selection, which one that already have a budget, and then another supported index and situation. Because we will not starting from city or agency that don't have anything to support smart city, like no internet, no electricity, like a national road or provincial road. It's not possible for a city or agency that they don't have anything to be a smart city. That's why we in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, they try to select which one that city and agency that will assist for preparing master plan of smart city. But I also have cases, very good cases. We have a project with some of agency like Kutai Timur and near with Medan, I think Kabupaten Empat Lawang. They try to make master plan of smart city by themselves, by their budget. Kabupaten Empat Lawang, we try to make to help them in making master plan of smart city in Kabupaten Empat Lawang in Sumatera Selatan. I think it is a good example for this agency that they push themselves to be a smart city and smart agency by their financial by their financial budget in making master plan of smart city. Hope that my answer can my explanation can answer the question from Mas Fahmi. Thank you, Mas Fahmi.
Thank you, Ms. Rini. Hope we can contribute better for our country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zulhahmi. Please lower your hand, Peter. And then second from Bapak Iswantoro. Please, Bapak Iswantoro, or time is yours. Halo, Bapak Iswantoro.
Halo, tes, tes, tes.
Yes,
Hear me?
yes.
Oke. Thanks. Terima kasih for UKSW and Ibu Rini. Sorry, I came on my camera. Can I speak Indonesian? Because I cannot speak English fluently.
Sir, boleh Pak, silahkan.
Oke, terima kasih. Gini Bu, jadi saya mau tanyakan, ini kan istilah semat, mungkin kalau disandingkan dengan hal yang lain mungkin kita masih bisa memaknai, tapi kalau kita bicara semat disandingkan dengan city, ya ini mungkin maknanya akan menjadi bias gitu menurut saya pribadi Bu ya. Contoh kasus misalnya mungkin orang arsitek akan bilang kota yang cerdas itu adalah kota yang bisa memberikan kenangan. Nah, kenangan sendiri dengan siapa? Jadi makna itu kan semat, cerdas itu bisa berarti juga sama halnya dengan kita memaknai cinta, itu kan relatif gitu. Nah, contoh misalnya nanti orang tata kota misalnya kayak saya urban planning misalnya, itu kita bicara kota smart ya bisa memenuhi seperti yang indikator Ibu sampaikan tadi, misalnya tentang green space-nya, RTH-nya, tentang transportasinya. Mungkin orang transportasi akan bilang kota yang cerdas adalah kota yang tidak macet. Orang IT mungkin bidang lagi, kota yang cerdas yang lain lagi definisinya akan bicara teknologi. Nah, apakah selama ini smart city itu selalu disandingkan dengan bahasa yang sebetulnya adalah bagaimana memanfaatkan teknologi tadi, atau sebetulnya siapa sih yang menggaungkan pertama kali istilah smart city, dan sebetulnya indikator pertama kali digaungkan dari definisi smart city itu seperti apa itu? Karena saya lihat tadi indikator yang Ibu sampaikan di belakang tadi cukup banyak dan banyak yang belum dibahas indikatornya, orang yang cerdas seperti apa ini. Nah, itu kan bahasa-bahasa yang mungkin menurut kami sama halnya dengan kita memaknai cinta itu apa sih? Ya, gitu. Kota cerdas kayak apa? Jadi banyak. Itu gimana menurut pendapat Ibu? Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Bapak Iswantoro. Maybe Bu Rini can answer this question. Okay,
Thank you very much, Bapak Iswantoro, for your questions. It is about the definition of a smart city. What is smart city actually? Atau kota cerdas itu apa sih sebetulnya, begitu ya Pak ya. Some of the people now that try to make a new what we call it, new terminology. Not kota cerdas or smart city again, but they try to make terminology with the innovation city, kota inovasi. Ya, kota yang inovatif ya, innovation city atau kota yang banyak inovasi-inovasi yang di dalamnya. Nah, ini juga bisa diterapkan sebetulnya. Mungkin kita tidak tahu ke depannya lagi nanti akan menjadi apa definisinya atau terminologi yang sesuai. Karena before we call this smart city, a long time ago we starting with the intelligent city, and then we change with the terminology of cyber city, kemudian ada cyber province. Nah, sekarang kita smart city, semua menggunakan kata smart city lagi, bukan e-government tapi smart governance lagi ya, gitu. Nah, ya betul kata Bapak Iswanto bahwa memang mengatakan smart city itu bisa dari berbagai sudut pandang, berbagai dimensi kalau dalam teman smart city. Like what I said before that, from the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, we have 6 dimensions. Ada smart governance, branding, economy, living, ada society, environment, dan masing-masing kota itu bisa pencapaiannya berbeda-beda. Perhaps in Salatiga they have a good smart environment, but I think in Salatiga they good in smart society, because before we have some information that Salatiga already get awards in smart society implementation. Nah, maka kemarin sebelum ini saya diminta bicara di UKSW juga tentang smart society. Nah, poin lebihnya di smart society karena Salatiga punya good security ya, katanya aman ya. Security itu it mean that in the city people they feel safe ya, and good in living. Nah, kemudian juga bagus untuk learning membangun sistem edukasinya juga bagus. Kemudian community-nya juga masyarakatnya itu menuju ke smart itu. Dan smart artinya masyarakatnya tuh they easy in using the government services, jadi bisa dengan mudah menangkap atau menggunakan layanan publik yang disediakan oleh pemerintah. Ya. Kemudian ada kesempatan untuk mengeduket dirinya dan keluarganya dengan sistem yang sudah dibangun oleh pemerintah, misalnya ada digital library bisa digunakan, atau bisa menggunakan pelatihan-pelatihan ibu rumah tangga secara online begitu ya. Di masa pandemi ini, one of the agency that we already evaluate, they share with us that the housewife, they can increase what we call it, their money, their salary by using make some creativity and innovation, like apa ya, kegiatan masak memasak atau menjual produk ya dari pelatihan online yang mereka dapat ya. Jadi ada banyak cara untuk mencapai smart ini dari berbagai dimensi. Ini saya contohkan tadi yang smart society. Mungkin kalau dari smart environment ya, mereka satu kota itu mempunyai tata kelola sampah yang bagus, atau mempunyai perlindungan lingkungan, tidak ada apa namanya, tidak ada polusi, tidak ada limbah dan persoalan-persoalan lingkungan. Nah, itu juga bisa dicapai di sana. Ya. Nah, mungkin bisa dicontohkan pada smart dimensions yang lainnya, dan antara satu kota ya dan kota yang lain mungkin mempunyai kelebihan yang berbeda yang bisa ditonjolkan ya. That's why my student in his research they try use AHP ya, jadi AHP methods untuk mengenal satu kota itu dia kelebihannya adalah pada dimensi yang mana. Ini sebetulnya saya akan menampilkan itu, tapi karena terlalu ini ya apa terlalu akademis ya, saya hilangkan di slide. Bisa diukur sebetulnya tiap kota itu dia mempunyai kelebihan dalam unsur smart, unsur cerdas yang mana begitu. Dan mostly every city and they try to start with the smart governance dimension. Jadi mereka upayakan dari sisi governance sistemnya itu smart cerdas dulu, dengan artian memberikan layanan secara baik kepada masyarakat ya. Secara online biasanya layanan itu mudah diakses, perizinan dan sebagainya, atau di Dukcapil itu mudah diakses. Itu juga sudah menunjukkan dimensi yang cerdas untuk tata pemerintahan begitu. Ada banyak yang lainnya lagi seperti yang bisa dicontohkan. Misalnya for the case of smart branding included appearance of the city, kemudian penataan wajah kota ya, dan juga business, how to develop business ya, by using industry creative development and also tourism activity, membangun ekosistem pariwisata. Nah, saya kira ini juga perlu untuk bisa untuk dikembangkan di setiap kota. Misalnya Banyuwangi, bagaimana how people in government in this area they try to develop the city by increasing their branding, so people they can stay longer in Banyuwangi ya. Kalau dulu itu mereka ke Banyuwangi itu hanya untuk mau nyebrang karena mau ke Bali, tapi sekarang enggak. Orang ditanya mau kemana, Banyuwangi, mau apa ya, mau wisata di sana gitu, nggak nyebrang lagi gitu. Nah itu salah satu contoh kelebihannya. Dulu kami pernah mengkaji Banyuwangi juga, informasi yang kami dapatkan adalah demikian. Terima kasih Pak Iswantoro, semoga diskusi singkat ini bisa menjawab apa yang disampaikan oleh Bapak.
Okay, thank you Purin and Pak Iswantoro. So only one dimension is we can call it smart city, right, Bu? At Magelang, about smart city in branding, or in Salatiga, smart city for the smart community for pluralism society. So we can call only one dimension. We can call it smart city. In Singapore, smart city is the whole of indicator about smart transportation, smart mobility. Okay. So we go to third peserta, Francinaga. Francinaga.
All right. Thank you so much. Sorry if it is so noisy. Well, I have three questions. Thank you for Ms. Rini. It's interesting question. Sorry, it's interesting topics. My question are: do you think that the concept of smart city can reduce or make zero traffic jam? And second one, how is the concept of smart city to tackle the flooding when the heavy rain comes? And the third one, how do you think that the ICT smart city can be integrated to other city, or we can say as sister city is to exchange information for mutualism benefits? Because I don't know why smart city is related to smart to sister city, ma'am. What do you think about that? Thank you so much, Ma'am Rini.
Okay, thank you. Please, Bu Rini.
Yeah, thank you very much for Pak Franz Sinaga. Yeah, you have a very good question. Yeah, and it is not easy for me to answer the question because the problem of traffic jam, I think, is not easy to solve this problem. Yeah, and you mentioned that how to in your question. You thinking about how to reduce zero traffic jams. Even also in my research, the research result is because of the use of ICT can reduce the people movement, but in fact, in the road we see that still many of people that move from one location to another location. That's why we in our city we can see that so many traffic jam happen. Yeah, also in Yogyakarta and yeah, I think in Salatiga as well. Yeah. Yeah, because we have a problem here in our city that there are so many private car, motorcycle, yeah, in the road because we fail with the policy how to prepare, how to serve the public transportation, and also because of our habit or what we call it, yeah, the habit of the citizen. They easily to use their private car, motorcycle in reaching another location, especially for example from home to school, from home to campus, from home to the workplace, and for the from home to the economic services like mall and market. Yeah, it is not easy for us when we use the public transportation. But now private sector, they also have some ICTs based of public services like sorry saya menyebut Gojek, Gokar, ya, Grab dan sebagainya itu. Yeah, my question is, it can reduce the traffic jam or increase the traffic jam? Ya, ini butuh penelitian ya, menarik sekali sebetulnya ya. Penelitian saya juga tentang how space for the driver, yeah, when they don't have any passenger, so they just stay along the street, or maybe in front of the shop, in front of the house, or in many of the public area. So it make some difficult thing for the user of road, ya. Jadi problem juga kalau ini semuanya itu tidak punya tempat untuk shelter mereka yang menjadi driver itu. Nah, and the second one, it is about the flood, prevents flood. Sorry, I cannot catch the question. Yang nomor 2, Ibu Putri, tentang flood ya, untuk to elevate flood ya, flood. Flood, yeah. Flood, yeah. In Yogyakarta, there is no flood regularly in the city, just along the river of Jode, I think, when Merapi volcano erupted, yeah. There are some problem with the area of Jode River because so many material that cover the river and then terjadi penanggalan dan terjadilah banjir begitu. But in Semarang, there are so many problems in relation with the flood, yeah, because of the topography of the area and also because of the rock, yeah, rock happen along the coastal area. Yeah, yeah, it is. I think it is included in the dimension of smart environments. Yeah, because in smart environment, it is related with the how to protect the environment. Yeah, and also relation with the smart living. We can stay in some location with the harmony, harmonisasi lingkungan dengan yang nyaman. Yeah. But as far as I know, yeah, in some cities they have a system, early warning system when flood happen. So people in this area they can ready to make their self safe, yeah, move to another safe place. And when I visited Germany, in one of the institution in Germany, they have it's look like a gate, yeah, not permanent gate but a portable gate. When the situation is not good because of the flood will happen, so they try to make gate along the river. But the gate here in our community is coming from sand, ya, sandbag atau pasir yang dimasukkan ke dalam apa itu namanya bagor, ya. Tapi kalau di sana itu they have a very good example of gate, ya, portable gate, karena bisa dibongkar pasang. Saya melihat di Jerman seperti itu, ya. But I think for this project we need a very high budget. It's not possible in Indonesia because we have a river very long. I think that's, yeah, we need some many budget for doing the same way with what I see in what I saw in Germany. Kemudian for the last question from Bapak Franz, sister city. Yeah, I agree with you that we can make the concept of sister smart city. It means that we can learn from another city that already implemented the smart city well. Ya, kita harus belajar dulu. We can learn from the city, like Surabaya. So many, I think there's so many officers coming from other city that try that already learn from the case of Surabaya. Why is Surabaya very good in managing the city, managing the environment of the city? One of them because of the leader of the city is very good in urban managing, as a good of urban manager, ya. Jadi kita bisa belajar dari kota yang lain, ya. Kita bisa. For myself, I already make a concept of sister smart village, because not only city but village and kampung we can try to develop to be smart kampung and smart village. So I try to make a concept of sister smart village, but yeah, I would like to try to implement this concept perhaps next year, because now I have a project of what we call it, pengabdian kepada masyarakat in one village and also in another village. I would like to try to make activity for some of the village and making smart sister village. Yeah, perhaps we can also implement it for the city also as a smart as sister smart city. Yeah. Okay, I think that's some of the city already implemented sister smart city. Yeah, but as far as I know, for the 100 movement of smart city in Indonesia, there's no one city that already have linkage with another city in making sister smart city. I think it is a very good idea. Perhaps Pak Franz Sinaga can start make the implementation of sister smart city. Perhaps Pak Franz Sinaga coming from Salatiga or Medan, yeah, they can try to start with how to implement this concept, yeah. And I myself, I also very interesting with this concept and how to implement this concept, yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Purini. This is second session, Q&A session, but our time is up. But I will mention one last question came from textbook from Rahmat, Pak Rahmat. How should we generation Z as agents of change be able to build competence in the long term to improve the knowledge of the smart city in the industry 4.0 era to meet 5.0 and in the face of the upcoming demographic change? And what are the challenges and strengths that must be done in preparing competent potential individuals in smart city insight in today's information technology, sophistication, and how to form innovative and creative power to the development of critical thinking skill in this smart city. And oh wow, so many questions. This smart city to be reached in a remote area. Okay, please, Burini.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mas Rahmat, for the very valuable question, and it's not easy also to answer all of the question. Yeah, actually in my previous presentation in some of the webinar or seminar conference, I try to make a linkage between smart city and industry 4.0 and society 5.0. Yeah, and actually in one of the dimension of smart city that is about the smart economy, we also talking about the how to develop industry, how to manage industry, primary industry, secondary and tertiary industry, and also how to increase the welfare of the community. So I think it is very closely engaged with the industry 4.0. So for developing a smart city in one of city and region, we have to thinking about how to achieve smart economy dimension in this area. Like what now I study, not study, but I assist for preparing smart master plan smart city of Bitung City in Sulawesi Utara. Yeah, we have an activity for 4 months in Bitung City. I think that Bitung City have a very good economic activity in relation with the industry, industri perikanan, pengolahan perikanan, yeah. So it is also be a good branding for this city, Bitung City, because every tourist or domestic tourists like us, when they visited Bitung, they can buy some souvenirs, some product from Bitung City, ya. Jadi beli ikan kaleng yang enak sekali, tuna kaleng, ya. Jadi smart city, I think it is very linked, closely linked with with Industry 4.0 and also Society 4.0, because one of the dimension is about learning, especially for the dimension of smart society. Learning means how to develop education system, yeah. And also in the smart society dimension, we're talking about the how to develop community to be smarter than before. That's why being smart city, it's mean that we can make some innovation how to develop the community, be smarter than before, and how to develop the education system so we can reach community 5.0 better than before. And then the last one, I think it is about the upcoming democratic bonus. For the next generation, we can meet the very good generation with a high skill in using ICT. Yeah, perhaps I will be an old generation that it is not easy to handle ICT and the new innovation. Yeah, but for the young generation, I think they can learn easily in using ICT. Yeah. And the challenges and strategy that must be done in preparing potential individuals in smart city for today. I think it's not difficult. I think for the young generation in being a smart generation, because mostly the young generation, they can use the tools and the ICT product and ICT system better than the older people. Yeah, and we have some optimism. To implement smart city in our city or region in Indonesia. Yeah, even though in the remote area we still face some of the location that blank spot. Yeah, when I passing the route to go to the location of IKN, new capital of the city, some of the area still blank spot also. But the government in this regency, especially for the regency of Kutai Kartanegara, they have a programs how to solve the problem of blank spot in this area. So I think that every government, every city and regency, they thinking about how to make their area have a good access in internet. Yeah, because now they already provide public services by using ICT. That's why to make people, to make the citizen easy in using the public services. So government they should prepare, they should providing the digital infrastructure better than before. Yeah, they not only thinking about the physical infrastructure, but also digital infrastructure. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for Mas Rahmat.
Okay, thank you, Purini. It's very faithful explanation. I made the conclusion for our webinar. ICT is one of important things for indicator for smart city, but so many indicator for smart city. 6 smart city indicator is a smart government. Government must be able to facilitate social change and development properly. And then the second, smart mobility, improving the quality of transportation for urban community. And then a smart economy, the use of digital technology so that many new business opportunities emerge. And then smart environment, waste management, about water management, about alternative energy that are environmentally friendly, and then smart living, improve people quality of life, and then smart people. How can you run a smart city in Indonesia if the people are still not smart? The key to all smart city indicator is the quality of the community and the government. If there is no cooperation from both parties, it will definitely be very difficult for smart city in Indonesia to be implemented properly. While the main actor in the development of the smart city program is the community itself, because the community is the end user of the smart city program. The readiness of human resources is a reference for starting the smart city program, and then but don't forget that there must be cooperation between the government as a regulator and the community, which is very important in the smart city program. Okay, guys, are you ready to become a sustainable society, guys? Okay, thanks, Novran. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Putri Herjanasari, for helping us to pay close attention to the material given by our speaker today, and also successfully making this international webinar possible to work both ways and perfectly. I also want to thanks to those who gave additional information through the questions and responses given. Okay, guys. All right. What an enlightening session with Burini, right? Now, before we move on the next agenda, we will have a fun quiz. Are you guys excited? Okay, don't worry. The quiz is easy, and at the end of the quiz, the top 3 will get a door prize. So, are you guys excited? Can I have a thumbs up, please, guys? Okay, great. Now we will do the quiz on quizzes. So please go to quizzes.com and enter the join code. Yes. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand or type it on the chat box. So guys, have you go to the quizzes.com? Yes, you can read the join code on the chat box. Okay, are you ready to win the prize? Okay, now go, guys. The door prize is waiting for you, so do it fast and do it right. Okay, guys, it's already how much person? 47 has already joined us in quizzes.com. We will waiting in 2 minutes, 2 minutes more, guys. So let's go to the quizzes.com now and enter the join code, and yes, just answer the questions. Fighting, guys. Okay, guys, right now we will start our quiz. So enjoy the questions, guys. Okay, so far we have Eme Octaviani in the first place and G. Michael on the second place. And there is also Danu Aji Nugroho on the third place. Come on, guys. The door prize is waiting for you.
All right, guys. Okay, Irma has finished her quiz, followed by G. Michael, and on the third place, Danu Aji. Okay, Dina is on the fourth place. Okay, some of you are still playing. Okay, some more time. Just keep doing the right time. Okay, now for the first place is Danu Aji. And Emma's on the second place. The third one is G. Michael. Okay, okay. Has anyone finished? Okay, Danu Aji is on the first place, still not beaten. Number 2 still Emma, and number 3 is G. Michael. I think they have done the quiz. How about the others? Okay, the others are still playing. The scores are tied. Keep playing. If you haven't finished, just finish the quiz, okay? Okay, okay, I think we have our top 3 here. It's Danu Aji, Emma, and G. Michael. Still not beaten. There are 33 of you have done the quiz. Okay, 36, 37. Give your best. Do it quick, do it right. 38. Come on, if you don't know the answer, just try your guess. Who knows? It is your lucky day. 40. No one can beat Danu Aji. 40. More than half to go.
So guys, now we have the winner here. Congratulations for Dani Aji Nugroho in the first place, and also Eme Octaviani in the second place, and third place is G. Michael. Congratulations, all the winner. Please stay tuned on our WhatsApp group for further info. Okay, guys? Congratulations, and thank you for all participants that already joined us in this quizzes. Now we are moved to the next agenda is announcement on the online campaign. by Miss Eunice. So, Miss Eunice, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Nofran. So as what she has mentioned before, we will have a virtual campaign, and this virtual campaign is compulsory. So it means all of the participants are required to join the campaign, okay? But of course, we have some rules here. So you are required to create posters or infographics about smart city for achieving SDG 11. And the content should be based on the material obtained during this webinar. And for the second one, you must not contain any religious, racial, or sexual prejudices on your posters. And for the third one, you can create posters as attractive and informative as possible. And you could also add additional sources such as relevant images or graphics or data, but please make sure that you include the citation for those sources on your posters. And you should upload your posters or infographic to your Instagram account no later than the 3rd of July 2022, 11:59 p.m. Jakarta time. And also, if you upload it to your Instagram account, don't set it private, or please set your account public so we can see your posters. And also, don't forget to tag the Instagram account of SWCU SMU at SMU KSW. And then for the captions, you must contain captions that invite the audience to have more awareness on smart cities. And also complete your captions with these hashtags, okay? You can take a screenshot now for the hashtags so that you can complete it on your caption later. And for the announcement of the winners, we will choose 3 best works, and the winners will be announced on the 10th of July 2022. So until 10 July, you must keep your posters and infographics on your Instagram account. Don't archive it, okay? And for the winners, you can see it on the Instagram of SWCU SMU, of course, at SMU KSW. Okay, so is there any questions so far for the virtual campaign? You can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself, or you can chat on the chat box. Okay, everything's clear? All right then, since there's no questions, then I guess back to Nofran.
Okay, thank you, Miss Eunice. Such a really clear explanation. I would also like to remind all of you to join us on the online campaign, and don't forget there are exciting prizes wait for 3 winners of the online campaign. So let's put your ideas on this campaign and get the prize, guys. Okay, guys, since I mentioned in you first that there will be 2 best questioner, we will get a reward. Now we're going to announce 2 people with the best questions who will get a reward on this international webinar. So the first winner is going to ting, 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 ting. Are you guys excited? Mr. Franz Sinaga. Congratulations, Mr. Franz Sinaga.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay,
so much.
you're very welcome, Mr. Franz Sinaga. And the second winner is going to Mr. Rahmat. Congratulations to Mr. Franz and Mr. Rahmat. Please stay tuned in our WhatsApp group for further info. All right, guys, now we've reached at the end of the international webinar with the theme Smart City Today. Before I close this event with a prayer, I ask the head of the committee, Ms. Denisa, to offer a word of thanks and a few words for all present in Zoom's room today. To Ms. Denisa, time and room is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I would like to say thank you so much for attending this webinar, Smart City. And also want to appreciate Professor Dr. Rini Rahmawati, SSI, MT, for her willingness to become our guest speaker. Thank you for your sharing knowledge and experience about the topic Smart City for achieving sustainable development goals. And also one thank Ms. Putri Hergianasari, SIP, MIP, for hosting this webinar for all of us. We hope you enjoy and learn a lot of things in our webinar. Lastly, thank you for your participation and cooperation. And don't forget to join our campaign. Thank you and God bless you all.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Denisa, over a few words and remarks that have been given to us. Now the next agenda is documentations. Please welcome our friends from the Documentary Divisions Committee to direct all of us to take a picture. I ask to all participate to turn your camera on and give your best smile ever, guys. Come on, guys, turn on your camera, please, and give your very, very best smiles ever.
All right, so prepare yourself. You can tidy up a little bit your hair, give your best smiles. We will have a photo session. Okay, now? Okay. No? Okay, has everyone turned on their camera? Okay, I think so. I think so they have turned on their camera. So I will count. There are 5 slides, so you will need to keep your smile for 5 slides. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, we have the first slide. Okay, 1, 2, 3, we have the second slide. 1, 2, 3, we have the third slide. We have the fourth slide. And now the last slide. Okay. All right. Okay, is it done? Okay, thank you guys.
All right, thank you guys for turning the camera on and for give us your best smile. Now we'll come to the close of this international webinar. Thanks to all and the participants who have been in this webinar. Please, I ask my friends Epifania from the committee to lead us on this closing prayer. So Miss Epifania, times is yours.
Okay, guys, let's pray again. Our Father in heaven, thanks to your bless, so this international webinar, Smart City Fair Play can last well and smoothly. Lord, make us become the agent of change that will have a good effect on our environment. Through today international webinar, we maybe be more prepared and be better equipped to realize the smart city wherever we are. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Okay, thank you guys. Thanks to all the participants. I'm Nofran Juma as your master of ceremony want to say goodbye. And if anything goes wrong while I'm running the show, I apologize. See you at the next opportunity and God bless you. Thank you guys. See you.
See you. God bless you too.
See you.
Please fill in the evaluation form and we will also send the link to the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Oh, ini yang very good kok.